here.
Guys, guys. Go inside, guys, and then you can get shots in there.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. If press wants to go in to get shots once he enters, by all means. This way, right here. Yeah, whatever. I was just saying.
Something that happens.
So you can get him entering.
So we have the tendency to believe that that's the spirit of the city.
Press this way.
Start to move, folks. Start to move in, please.
Take a step back.
Watch the candle behind you.
Guys, there's candles over here. Can we go to this side, please?
Yeah.
So here we see all those
Over on the
beautiful
other side of these
faces.
candles right here. Guys, we're gonna move to the other side of the room. Please give some space.
On the other side of the candles, guys.
So
Sorry.
young and beautiful.
Step back. Right.
I feel so much love.
Right over here. See the little platform right there? Can I get you guys right behind that? Just so everybody gets a shot. Just around, sorry. Sorry, can I get you?
Guys, we're not gonna do this. We're not gonna be on top.
People behind the mayor, can you just step back to the side? Sorry.
We're supposed to
There's a few other brothers and sisters. We got to know them. We got to know them. The family, also, you know, the parents after the October 7th.
Two sisters.
Press, take 3 steps back, please. All right, we have time for just 2 or 3 questions. I can go around. Mayor, did you want to say something first? Or you want to go straight to questions?
Mr. Mayor, your thoughts as you
He's
look at
gonna
these
speak
photos?
first.
Oh, okay.
Are you going to take questions first, sir, or do you want to?
No, I'm just going to say a few minutes, you know, of course.
Okay.
We need to be extremely clear. You cannot state you're calling for peace and wave flags of Hamas, Hezbollah, and the words that were being used. You do not call for peace and then come to a memorial site. That is like you are desecrating the graves of innocent people. And what we saw yesterday was despicable. Hamas is a terrorist organization. Hezbollah is a terrorist organization. On October 7th, Jews were killed, Muslims were killed, Americans were killed. When you see a demonstration of that magnitude, there's a belief by those outside the city that say, is this what New York represents? I say no. 150,000 people joined us at the Israeli Day Parade almost 2 weeks ago to show what we represent. This is a city where there's no room for hate. Doesn't matter if you wear a yarmulke, a Sikh turban, a hijab. Doesn't matter if you go to a church, a synagogue, or a Muslim house of worship. That is what we represent. Yesterday is not a representation of this city. It's not who we are, and it's not what we stand for. I visited here when this was first open, and I wanted to come today and just to stand with some of the family members and just to renew my spirit of each hostage should be returned home. Hamas must be destroyed. Hezbollah should be disbanded, and we should continue to be vigilant as we deal with finding a peace in the region. We don't want to see any children dying. And watching these two young girls and many of the young people who are on the wall, every parent feels this level of pain and destruction. It impacted us all. Yesterday is not a representation of our city.
Quick question. NJ, go first.
I know you're a supporter of free speech in New York,
Yes.
sir. You've said that many times.
Yes.
What's your reaction to this particular form of free speech?
This is our Constitution and our way of life in our city permits free speech. And part of that free speech that is protected is some of the ugly things we heard. But another part of the free speech that many people often miss is our right to stand up and talk about that. That's the balance that we need. And I'm asking all New Yorkers to exercise their right to free speech, to say that is not representative of who we are. As a country, our long history is the right to protest, the right. We have also the right to say this is not who we are as a city, and I'm exercising that right now.
What are your feelings as you look at these photographs here, your thoughts?
It is a continuation of who I am. You know, the same pain I feel when I talk about what's playing out in the Sudan, what's playing out in Haiti, what's playing out in Ukraine, what's playing out in Yemen, is what I feel when I see innocent people die. And I think that's the consistency of my message. I remember clearly, and many people were not aware of what happened on October 7th. They may have read about it, but this presentation compels us not to ignore it just based on sentences. These real live videos and displays show the ugliness of what happened on October 7th. And so I feel the pain of those who are living through it every day. There are parents who come here every day and look at the wall, and they're reminded that their loved ones are not coming home, and they're reminded of how devastating October 7th was and how it continues to impact them.
Last question, Chris.
Thank you. Mr. Mayor, there was some footage yesterday during the demonstration where you saw flares being lit. Officers did not immediately go in to arrest people. They just made people put them out and then let them continue to protest. Do you think there should have been a more aggressive police response?
I was clear. I was in conversation with those who were on the ground and those who were responding, and there's a real balance when you deal with the large number. You need the right police personnel that was there. This was not a planned protest. You need the right police personnel that was there. Officers were deployed. They used the various mobilization tactics. They got SRG here on the scene to make sure you could respond appropriately. We did not want to do anything that was going to endanger innocent people who were here and have officers being overwhelmed. And I believe the strategies that were used was to properly use the level of enforcement that was needed. Now, many people would rather not allow these protests at all. Many people would rather say that no one should be allowed to protest. That is not what the laws require us to do. There's a clear requirement that what we have to permit. I get frustrated, I get angry when I look at some of the things that are said and portrayed. It really angers me to see that we will wave the flag of Hamas in this city. But the laws are the laws, and we can't break the law to enforce the law. And I'm asking all those who feel the anger that I feel to turn your pain into purpose. You too exercise your right the way we did almost 2 weeks ago when 150,000 people came out to show their support for ensuring that we are focused on bringing hostages home, making sure no innocent people are killed, and dismantling and disbanding Hamas.
Thank you guys so much.
What do you say to people who say that October 7th was unprovoked?
Sure.